particularly boozy weekend. Okay, Mama, I better go because it starts at 5:30. Okay, I love you.
I think it's working.
I will. I'll keep you updated the whole
Hold
time.
on.
Okay, bye.
This is okay.
Is it on?
I think we're in now. My apologies to anyone who sees this beginning part. Live streaming is always the weirdest thing, and I never quite get it right. So.
Oh, it's a little laggy on ours.
Yeah, it is a little laggy. We'll have to see if that gets better over time. Okay. If it's working, I don't know. Whoever comes in first, let me know if this is working or not.
This one looks like it's on time.
Yeah, this one seems okay. Apparently the stream is good.
Healthy. Stream status, excellent.
I guess we're just waiting for people to show up.
Okay. Yes, I'm guessing. Probably it's working. Does it say something at the bottom there? Is this working?
This is what.
Ask us anything.
Well, yeah, like there we go. That's what we're. That's the problem. Yeah, I think
we were live, but no one could see us.
I think it's it should be up now. I don't know. This is so annoying. Why?
This is such a strange. We did it before. Why? I feel like we did it right.
Okay, maybe that worked now. I don't know. Whoever comes in, just tell us if this is working. We're terrible at this. Okay, we have viewers now. Okay, it's live, guys. Okay. Oh, thank God. Honestly.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
If that's what you celebrate. It's still laggy for us, though.
Yeah, this is really weird for anybody who's showing up now. Thanks for showing up. What up, everybody? We here.
Hi. Cheers first.
Yeah, cheers to a glorious Thursday night wherever you are. Hopefully it's Thursday.
You mix that well. That's nice.
Oh, my goodness. Welcome, Lexi. We are also pumped. Hello from Saskatchewan, Nicole.
I was born in Saskatchewan.
Your sisters, Nicole. Look at that.
Woohoo!
Merry Christmas, Ashley. Yes, Samantha. Yes, we are here. If you see us looking around weirdly, it's because our stream is lagging and you're commenting and there's so much going on. And I'm new to live streaming. We are new to live streaming, so thank you for your patience first off.
Ooh, from a fellow Victorian from Halifax.
Oh my goodness.
What's up from Chicago, from Ontario? Oh wow, from all over. We're from
Denmark. 2:30 a.m.
From Quebec, Ohio, Germany, Texas. Oh wow.
This is exciting.
This is a international smorgasbord.
This is really exciting, guys, because I get to look at these comments when they come in, and I will see people who comment on videos pretty regularly, and it's so neat because I can go like, oh yeah, I think I've seen this person, and they're like, I'm from Australia or something, and I'm like, oh, that's so cool. There's like this little connection being made. So
wait, what do you people like to do for the holiday season?
Yeah, let's preface this.
Oh, sorry.
What we like to do is say thank you, first of all, for so many awesome times. This year has been hugely momentous. We got married.
Again.
And again. And I finished my degree. Leah is officially now finished her PhD.
No, I'm not finished.
She's finished her thesis.
Well, my dissertation. I submitted my dissertation today. I still have 4 months worth of work.
Yeah.
So Levi's gonna pump my tires, and I don't really deserve it yet.
There we go.
Not yet.
I will always pump your tires.
Oh, thank
So anyway,
times.
what we're trying to say is thank you. It's been an incredible year, and so much of that was made possible by the awesome people on the team that are coming out, watching videos, coming into the live streams and everything. So we really appreciate that, and we want to answer your questions, get to know some of you, have a conversation, and while we wait for our dinner to cook. And while we have a drink. So cheers to the team, and we'll get into your questions. Let's start that way. Bam.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Rachel Trend.
There was a what do people like you do for the holiday season? Meaning, like, as environmentalists or as, like,
white
granola
people in North
kids?
America?
Like...
Well, we celebrate Christmas, not because we are extremely devout Christians in any sort of way.
Are you Christian at all?
I don't think I am. We're not Christian in that sense.
I'm totally
but
not.
We
Whatever your religious beliefs, cool.
We do Christmas, but we alternate Christmases. If anybody saw the Instagram post that I made a little while ago, we did Christmas at Leah's family home last year. This year we're doing family Christmas with my family up in the more northern part of Canada.
Yeah, British Columbia.
Okay,
So
love your channel. Thank you, Sarah Armstrong. Congrats. Thank you. We're friggin' stoked. How can I become vegan / more sustainable if my parents disagree?
Oh, and you live with your parents? That can be hard. It can be hard if you don't have your own like income or things like that, because a lot of it comes down to your purchasing power.
I think you can do small things like, I don't know how they could disagree with you buying a water bottle that's reusable.
Yeah,
you know, like,
or wanting to eat more vegetables.
Yeah, like
Isn't
there's
that what
certain
want all
things.
Their kids to do?
Yeah. Like, are your parents like very anti-vegetable? That would be very interesting.
Broccoli. You just need to do that.
But yeah, just find those small steps, and then when you do start getting more of an autonomy from your parents, you will be able to do those things even more. So you're just getting the ball rolling. I wish I had more to offer you there, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
What do you wish you were getting for Christmas?
I already told Levi, I have to be very explicit with Levi if I want some things. He doesn't really like gifts at all. So he assumes that I don't want gifts at all, which is not super true.
Oh,
but I made a little list, and I was like, Levi, I want a bamboo toothbrush.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's what I want for Christmas. And he's going to fix my cozy socks. Yeah. Levi's parents got these for me, and then a mouse chewed them.
Yeah, right in there.
So that's my Christmas gift, is I get my new fuzzy socks repaired. Yay! Okay, I'm just gonna like throw them out of frame, like whoop.
I think I don't know. We have everything. That's the thing. Is like, I don't know. We don't really need a ton of stuff because we, have all the stuff we need. So
he kind of bought this as his Christmas, birthday, graduation gift.
Yeah,
that's what it was. Oh wow, nice to see you, but. Oh, nice. Your life has been so awesome, Cap. Have you seen that new documentary on Netflix about a plant-based diet? If so, what do you think about it? Not yet.
Hello, Brittany Rose. Yes, thank you. It's been good
Brittany Rose.
It's been good to me. Life post Capilano University. Just some local friends on here.
Nice.
Yeah, what did Sarah Armstrong say? That new documentary on Netflix.
I haven't seen it.
We have not seen it. Maybe comment the name of it, and we will keep it in mind. People be like, we should save the planet, and other people be like, no.
Yeah.
I
don't know where these other people live.
I don't know if there is anyone on Earth that is against the planet. I don't think anybody is truly like, no, we should not save the planet because I hate Earth. I think it's...
corporate capitalist greed?
I think it's the politicization of environmentalism is what people don't like.
Institutional and systemic
power
imbalances that make it a lot
harder
to do.
And things like carbon taxes. People aren't against saving the planet. They're against a tax that will make their lives worse or make things cost more money. So I really try to not like vilify people who aren't like active environmental advocates because honestly, not everybody should have to care about the planet so much that they do everything that they possibly can every day to make a difference.
And a lot of people don't actually have the means to do that.
Exactly.
Because, like, being eco-friendly a lot of the time means that you need to have the financial stability to do that. Not all the time. There's a lot of small things you can do, but yeah.
Lexi, I hope that sort of addresses your question. How do you deal with people that are rude and dismissive when you're passionate about the environment? I follow a lot of climate deniers on Twitter.
Just to see what they're saying.
And the thing is like, it's just a difference of opinion. These are just like the way that the world works. And some people are going to believe a certain thing because it reinforces whatever ideology they have. And so I think the most that you can do is just kind of take it with a grain of salt, but also listen to the reasons why they disagree or make fun of you for those choices. Usually you will find that when people disagree with something as fundamental as like saving the planet, it's for fear-based reasons. They're like worried themselves.
Or it feels like an attack on them.
Yeah, they feel like they personally are going to be worse off for these reasons. So, you know, if you listen and if it's somebody you know well, you might be able to have a cool conversation there. Oh, man, we've missed so many. I know. Do you reuse condoms?
And I gotta ask a question. Well, being a sexual health educator later person, we don't use condoms because I have what's called an IUD, an intrauterine device. So we don't use them.
This is so next level. I never thought that this would go to this level.
You probably should, though, depending on what kind of anatomy and sexual experiences you are having. But no, you can't reuse condoms.
Norik Malsi, my friend, greetings from Germany and Merry Christmas. Norik, thank you. That is tremendous. I find the super chats incredible that you are willing to put up a couple of euros for us. So thank you so much. That means a ton. If you have any questions, fire away and we'll get to answering those.
Let's see.
Holy smokes.
Let's see. Are you flexitarians or fully committed vegans?
We are flexible vegans.
Yeah. Plant. A lot of people say plant-based.
Yeah.
So I would say about 90% of the time we eat vegan. But it's harder when we go home to our respective families.
Yeah,
it's much harder.
Visiting our families is definitely where things kind of fall apart.
Well,
or going to like dinner parties or something like that.
Yeah, well, food's so ingrained in our daily life and in our culture, so it's hard. It's easy for us to make that switch because now we live it every day, but our parents aren't living with us every day, so they aren't having that same exposure to it. So you kind of have to be flexible in that. Yeah, what do we think?
Holy, Caden! What's up?
Where are you seeing this?
Caden's right there. Caden is a local Vancouver Island Canadian YouTuber. If you see him in the comments there, you can go and check out his channel. There's Aspect Science, my boy Tom Carroll. You can go and check out his channel.
Very cool.
He and I look remarkably similar and talk about similar things, so you'll probably like what he does.
Oh, hi, Caden. That was nice.
Oh, nice.
Too. Yeah.
Are you going to make a review type video talking about environmentally the products? Hayden Anderson. Yes. So this is actually something that I wasn't going to make a formal announcement of this, but the plan is for next year that I'm going to kind of try and focus my content a little bit more specifically. I want to talk about products and ideas that are really innovative, that are helping the world. I'm also going to do more videos similar to the Everlane, talking about products that are garbage that we should definitely not be buying. Because a lot of you were really supportive of that and got a lot of value out of it. So look forward to more brand-focused content in that sense, but I also want to show other lifestyle choices that people can adopt that we're exploring in our own lives. So look forward to all that stuff.
Sorry, there's a question for me. There's one that says, thank you for showing us that we can actually save the world one step at a time. Big purple heart. Is it Yara? Oh, no. And then it said, Leah, how do you plan to celebrate when you're done with your PhD? Congratulations. Oh, thank you. Yeah. I kind of want to have a doctor party and I want all of my friends to come as doctors. And we're all going to be like, doctor, and make funny jokes about the things that people can get PhDs in. So
it's going to be a silly doctor party.
And at my defense, we're going to have snacks and champagne. I'm very excited.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Great question.
Best experience gifts. This was asked before. To give family and friends, what should you give people who have too much stuff? Yeah, totally, Emma.
Oof,
The
yeah.
experiences. What do we do? My mom, just last week for her birthday, we worked and like donated our time to the local food kitchen, the food bank, in Nanaimo. And so that was a really good thing. We got to go and do it together.
Another good thing to do with people like that is, like, for example, does your mom really like art, or does your brother really like skiing, or you know, some of those things. Just think about the activities that you could enjoy together. Go see a play. Go see a movie.
Yes,
you know,
go see theater.
Just something that's like not a physical thing that you can both do together, because that's usually what people enjoy, is when they can go out and have an actual good time with somebody that they love, which in this case would be you.
Totally.
Oh, wow. Sorry, guys. We're missing a whole bunch of these, but we're going to keep going. Dude,
cool.
you're my I'm doing my project in English class on you.
That's very cool.
Oh, that's awesome,
Thanks,
Samantha. Oh, that's Samantha. Hi, Samantha. I see your comments all the time.
That's great.
Advice for getting things going on an environmental YouTube channel. For going with learned a ton from... in terms of growing a YouTube channel around sustainability, I think you really got to do something that people aren't doing. There's more and more of us every day, and there's a lot of really great stuff out there, but it's really easy to just do the things that are already being done, and I'm guilty of it, you know, and I think that the best thing that you can do is try and do something a little bit different, because as soon as you get pigeonholed into a niche, that becomes your thing. So just keep on trying those new and interesting things that are specific to your interests.
Well, the thing is, like, as a creative person, but then also, like, I'm thinking about it from doing my PhD, when you talk about doing, like, new research or you're creating a new channel, the whole point is, what are you adding to the conversation that hasn't been said before? So you're creating original content, original research. So you're filling that niche in some way. So find out, what are you passionate about, and how does that fit into this niche? And it can be very niche. You'll find
probably
your
the
people.
nicher the better.
Seriously, my PhD is so niche.
Norik, yes. What did I think of the Team Trees project? I think it's incredible. My good friend Tom Carroll over at Aspect Science made a video about Team Trees, and he broke it down really well, because he talked about the issues that face tree planting projects, and how tree planting is not like the one-stop shop for saving the planet. It's a great option. It's something we should be doing, but it's not the end of the story. And I was interested in making a video about it, but I just saw a lot of other people making those kinds of videos, and I saw Tom's on Aspect Science, and I was really like, I just feel like he kind of said it the best. But I think it's wonderful. I think the more that we can have a public dialogue of these like hugely influential people doing things like that, I mean, that's amazing. I'm pretty sure they hit it already. So yeah, super big fan. Thanks again for the super chats, Nork. It's awesome.
I'm seeing a lot of the Tesla one from Ra. What do you think of Tesla, and would you buy one? Sorry, hold on. Would you, well, we can't afford to buy a Tesla. Also, we have nowhere to park said Tesla.
So we don't have a Tesla because we're broke. Well, we're not broke, but we're not Tesla rich. We're like comfortable, but we're not buying brand new electric cars. I think that if eventually in the future, when we likely will need a car, we would get probably a Tesla or something that's really efficient, that's electric. But we're trying to live without a car as long as possible, and so far it actually hasn't been that hard. We're
a video coming your way in the new year. Pew, pew.
I wish I was better at live streaming so I could do something like that. But
that would be cool.
That's what we're gonna be doing.
Do they ask one of them? What was it? Thoughts on
smokes.
Somebody keeps asking favorite meme of the year.
Well, Baby Yoda, obviously.
Obviously, Baby Yoda, the one about like, close your eyes, bro. This, what do you see? Nothing. That's my life without you, bro.
That was good. Yeah.
That's a good Baby Yoda one.
How's Victoria? Best and worst parts of being a student there. Transferring next September. Honestly, you're gonna love it.
I love Victoria.
We're super biased, but you're gonna love it.
It is hard to find somewhere to live, depending on where you want to live and what kind of money you want to spend. So you have to be flexible on that. But the bus system's pretty good here. It's included in your student fees. You get the bus pass, which is awesome. The actual campus itself is beautiful. You can bike everywhere. You can walk everywhere. I love Victoria.
Victoria's great.
I've been living here for like 7 years, and it is amazing.
Being bilingual, oh, dang it, that looked like an interesting question.
Would look sick in a Tesla. That would be cool.
Freaking so many questions.
Baby
Sorry.
Yoda's a gem. Yes, that's true. Also adorable.
Okay,
Baby Yoda.
Lily, take a break here. Favorite meme of the year. We got it. We answered your question. What's
Electric scooter for Christmas. That's awesome.
What is your favorite country that you guys have visited? I thought that question was going to be, what's your favorite country song? And I was going to be like, wow.
Oh, and he has so many.
Body like a back road for sure.
Favorite country for me? I think I have two right now. Favorite countries I visited: India, because I've spent almost 4 months there, and Portugal. I loved when we went to Portugal this year. Olives, red wine, beautiful weather. Oh man,
this is very interesting.
Awesome. And Portugal was like affordable.
We have very different responses. We have very different responses.
I know. What are you gonna say?
I would say my favorite country that I visited from like a lifestyle standpoint of like where I could live.
The Netherlands.
Yes,
obviously.
yes, it is the Netherlands. I would live in the Netherlands again in a freaking heartbeat.
I would live there too, but I haven't spent enough time there. Also, New Zealand. I love New Zealand. I'm still trying to convince Levi New Zealand is awesome. It's beautiful.
I know it's beautiful.
And so progressive.
But like it's in the middle of nowhere. And my second place for like traveling and like touristing kind of stuff would be somewhere in Southeast Asia or Central America. I really liked Nicaragua when I went there in my younger days, and I really enjoyed Thailand when we were there last time.
And Vietnam. Really enjoyed Vietnam.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Car2Go leaving Canada. That was sad. When Levi and I first started dating, he used Car2Go all the time. Thank you for asking that, Caden. It was sad to see a like car share company not do well here, but like Moto, we're Moto members. And Moto's awesome. Like, they've really worked out the kinks. So, hopefully, they can fill that gap.
Oh, man.
That's what's that. London is also
London,
great.
Yeah,
yes.
we both like
Tom.
London.
I love London.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, so good. A lot of my family.
India is good for a holiday, but when you... Yeah, I mean...
Where are you seeing about India?
Siddharth. My boy Siddharth, wherever that is. You don't want to live in it permanently. India
depends.
does have its issues for sure, but I think India is super inspiring for like long term because if India ends up developing in the ways that we hope that it does, for a more environmentally sustainable future, that could be huge.
It's also the largest democracy in the world. Amazing.
Let's not get into the Hassan Minhaj episode of that.
No, but it's true though. But it is a bit. Yeah.
How is minimalism? Is that a question or a fragmented sentence?
Are we minimalists? I mean, I feel like we're minimalesque.
Yeah.
Is that a word? Minimalistic?
I think if you were to like actually look at minimalism as a mindset rather than an aesthetic, we are minimalists. We own very few things that we don't use. Almost everything in our house we use at least once a year, and most of it we use kind of constantly.
Yeah. And
so that's my definition of minimalism, and so that's what I subscribe to.
We're not as intense as Matt Diavella.
Yeah, we're not quite at Matt Diavella.
Oh, Matt Diavella! Wow.
He has nice biceps.
Don't objectify him, Levi. Gosh.
Everybody does, though. It's okay.
Shh, no, it's not.
Lily, stop.
What do you think of teens going vegan? I mean, that's pretty great.
Why would that be?
That's fine. If they believe in it.
I mean, teens are going to do crazy stuff anyway. Like,
but teens, I think, are underrated. They are real. I mean, right now, there's like an overemphasis in being a social justice warrior, but I work with teens quite often, and they're woke, man. Like, they know what's going on, and they're so much more politically and socially engaged than I was at that age. So
I think it's important.
It makes me excited for the future.
Yeah.
Especially, with...
Okay, this I need to talk about. Nobody talks about Boyan Slat and the Ocean Cleanup Project. Honestly, Werner, great comment. I wish more people got to see the Ocean Cleanup Project. It's so cool.
Is this guy based in the Netherlands?
I think he's either Dutch or he's German. I'm not sure, but he's freaking awesome. He goes out and designs these super elaborate ocean cleanup systems. I don't know where they get all their money. It's absolutely elaborate. They have like this big thing floating around in the Pacific Ocean.
Is this the sucky one?
And then they have the one
cool.
that's on the river. They have so many cool things.
Yeah.
Everybody should Google the Ocean Cleanup Project. Follow them on Instagram. They have so much cool content coming out every day about how they're saving the planet, baby. Maybe one day I'll make a video with them. That would be awesome.
Cool. Oh, and ethical, sustainable jewelry. The materials, tips for when you're out, diamonds, pearls. If you want to know more about our stance on ethical jewelry, we have our ethical wedding ring video.
True
I'll
that.
just give you a little quick, it looks like I'm punching you.
Damn.
But this is my ring, which is diamonds from Levi's great-grandmother. So that's from like the 1920s. Yeah, so it's all upcycled. And then the woman that we work with is a local artist here in Victoria, and she uses as much as she can, like recycled and upcycled gold and things like that.
Yeah.
So
we're very
great.
into repurposing old stuff to make new stuff.
And
It's
using that, but also supporting local artists.
Yeah, it's been awesome.
Yeah, totally. Electric skateboards and bikes.
I'm considering making a couple of videos on electric skateboards and bikes. I have had bad luck on skateboards in the past. I've broken my elbow and my ankle in the short amount of time that I've actually tried to ride a skateboard. So
a few days before we got married. It's great.
Yeah,
it's
just like a little less than excited to get back on one of those. But honestly, they're so cool. I would love to try one out and see if it's worth all the hype.
Electric bikes are cool.
Just got here. How long has the stream been going on? I don't know. Honestly, these things fly by. It's crazy.
I have a timer set to check on the potatoes, but otherwise...
Don't forget scooters. Yes, I have a friend who bought the latest boosted scooter, so I'm going to try that out if I do make such a video, which I hope to make.
Did you watch, Caden's asking me, did you watch the Minimalism doc on Netflix? It's directed by Matt Diavella?
Yeah. I loved it. I think it was a great documentary. I watched it on a plane? No.
You're saying that to get out of me being mad at you. I know. I saw it on a plane. You couldn't have been there, babe. Sure.
Wear elbow pads and knee pads, Levi. I got mangled.
Yeah. Canada being bilingual, do you plan on doing French-speaking contest subtitle at least? Oh, can help with translation. Oh, that'd be interesting.
What is the question?
About bilingualism, and if we keep doing stuff in Canada, will we have French subtitles? I mean, Levi speaks like...
Je peux parler français, mais pas à la... Oh, man.
What are you throwing in?
I was trying to say to the point that I could...
Je ne parle pas le français.
The point is, we're not quite fluent.
No.
I could probably stumble my way through a conversation, but I'm not going to, sway Parliament with it.
New Year's resolutions?
What?
I don't know if I've really ever bought into New Year's resolutions. Have you? Generally, I try and reflect. Levi and I have this tradition. Shh, listen. Oh, God.
Sorry, sorry.
We have this tradition, or on New Year's Day, in the morning, we'll lie in bed, and I will recount to Levi everything that's happened in that year.
Oh, my God.
And I love it. I go month by month, everything that happened. And even that, act of, remembering all the things that we did is oh, yeah, what are the things that were the highlights? Let's do more of that. So maybe that's my resolution. I don't know. I'll tell you after that day, because usually it's a bit of a hungover cuddle puddle that I'm we did all these things. Yeah.
Isn't that cute, though? Isn't that just the friggin' cutest?
What?
It's super early in the morning here, buds. I'm going to bed.
Honestly, have a good sleep. Bye, Tom.
Thanks for stopping by, buddy. Aspect Science. Go follow his YouTube channel.
Check it out.
Whoa! Martha de la Cruz.
Thank you.
Bam.
Is learning something worth creating waste? Example, science.
Whoa.
Oh, we get this question all the time in theater. If you're creating art, is it worth it if you're creating waste, if you're going to create this an aesthetic experience? I think there are ways to do it to be more conscious. Is that the word? Gosh.
I think that you do have to, create art. I think art and science is obviously, a huge component of society that if we didn't have, we would all be friggin' depressed and probably worse off. Yeah. So you do need to create those things, and yes, they're going to come with waste. I think it's just when those things get taken to an extreme that it's bad. And I think that that's really the point with all environmentalist efforts is that, yeah, we're humans. We're going to consume things. Yeah, we're humans. We're going to occupy space. But, can we do all of those things in a smart way that isn't as bad as possible for the planet? Like, can we do it with some regard for the planet?
I think it's with intentionality. You know,
Exactly.
the intentionality of I'm going to create this scientific experiments, this art piece, whatever it is. But you're like, how can I make sure that it's as ethical, environmentally friendly as possible? And you have to marry those two things together. Right? That's hard. Oh yeah, I was talking about Earthling Ed. Have you ever heard of Earthling Ed?
Leah has not heard of Earthling Ed. I have heard of Earthling Ed, and I think he's really awesome. I think he's a interesting representative of the extreme end of veganism. He's like absolutely diehard. Veganism is the cure to everything, and I think for what he provides. Oh,
did you take your pills?
Yes, I already took them.
Oh, did you? Okay, good.
I already took my pills. See, that's a good wife right there.
Yep.
Reminds me to take my pills.
Mm-hmm.
Earthling Ed is great. I think that he, you know, I would be interested to have a conversation with him around the various stages of veganism, because he seems to preach absolute purist vegan, nothing in between. And I'd be interested to hear what he has to say about opening up the space for people to do partial veganism or like steps towards veganism.
Because I feel like sometimes you're like preaching to the choir and you're not actually going to create space for more people to get on board if you're like, this is all or nothing, which is basically the whole point of your YouTube channel, is like you make those little steps.
That'd be interesting. So hit him up, comment on his things, and tell him that Levi wants to talk to him, and maybe we can make a video.
Leah, would you start your own YouTube channel? I don't know. I feel like it'd be a real dork fest, like in a good way. Like, I'm a real nerd, and I own that, and I like it. But I don't know what it would be about. Like, I like cooking, but I don't like it enough to like present it. Like, I like eating more than I like sharing. Possibly, I don't know. Like, I'm really into podcasts. That's something I'm really into. Like, I listen to Dan Savage, like the Savage Lovecast, almost every day. And something like that, I'd be really down. Because I have people call me now, like random people or people that I've met asking me questions, mainly about sexual health and mainly older adults, but all sorts of things. So, like, that might be interesting to host something like that.
Like, I don't know if you can but like for Leah's podcast. Leah podcast?
Yes, I liked the thing about, like, when you have more time, because, that will have to be a thing when I'm done my PhD. And then maybe I'll sound like more legit because I'll be a doctor.
She's very proud. Leah submitted her thesis today.
It's a dissertation.
Her dissertation. So she's excited about it. Whoa, Norik, my man.
Norik,
dude.
wow.
Good night to you too, man.
I don't know. We need to do more live streams. Oh, really? Is this good? Because I feel I feel a little rambly.
Yeah, I hope that this is like.
You also gave me a gin, so I'm like.
Yeah, we be drinking.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, thank you, Norik. Amazing. It was lovely getting to talk to you. Have a great night, my man.
Yeah. I sometimes segue every day, and I expect to see you guys at it. Oh, Caden, you and your mom were so sweet inviting us to go ride Segways. Yes, in the new year, amazing. I want to, and I want the one your mom was saying that makes you feel really safe and secure. I want that special one that I can feel safe and secure on a Segway.
What are you getting your PhD in? Asks Jeremy.
Oh, very briefly, I'm getting my PhD in sexual health, but I work with youth and with older adults, and we create theater about sexuality. A lot of it's funny. We have a whole song about condom use. It's basically a comedy, and I get to work in the community and basically be a sexual health educator and a theater practitioner at the same time, and it's great. Thank you, Lily. Thank you, Lily. It's all yours. Thanks, Caden.
That's awesome. Dude, I forgot to tell you, my teacher put you on one of her...
Zeroed in video, and I freaked out.
Oh, that's amazing.
She was shocked I knew who you were.
That's so cool, though. That's cool. Honestly, like, dreams for me, like, to like, be used to, like, help...
For educational purposes.
Share this kind of information.
Do you know how many academics would kill for that kind of exposure?
Your boy got it.
And, like... The internet is a way of the future, man. Like, that's how we're going to educate more broadly.
What do you think of Cotton? They're a Canadian brand. I've seen a lot of ads for them. I haven't done any research. Honestly, this is the problem right now. I don't have the time. There's like 1,000 different brands and companies that I should be looking into, that I should be trying, that I should be telling you guys about, and I just don't have the time to do it. That's one of the things I'm hoping to do in 2020 is to like systemize that a little bit. Maybe get somebody who can do a lot of the background research to provide me with that information so that I can get those brand videos out a little bit easier. But there's just so much research that has to be done, and it's really tough. So
I really like Annie Backer. How do we normal people, consumers, basically research eco-friendly brands? Honestly, a lot of the time as a researcher, it's like you start at Google and that will lead you down a path. What's hard is that a lot of our like academic articles, aren't super accessible, and normally you have to be a part of a university to access them. But normally newspaper articles cite all of that research. You know, like they'll cite research from Health Canada, they'll cite all of these different things. So really, it's just time, and that's why they call it research. You search, and you search again, and you search again.
And
so
my rule number 1, go to see if they're a certified B Corporation.
Yes.
I say this in every video.
Yeah.
B Corp certification is incredibly tough.
Oh, that's for the potatoes. I'll be right back.
Just to nerd a little bit about B Corp, we don't have to get into it too much, but B Corporation certification is like a multi-year process that a company has to go through. It costs money. It's a lot of time. Usually you have to hire specific lawyers and like staff to take on that project. So if a company is willing to go through a B certification process, they're real about it. There's got to be something in there that they really believe in. So that's my first step. And then always check out the app Good On You. They're also really good. You guys should do a video on companies who greenwash versus ethically responsible companies. Megan, you're getting what you want. I made a video about Everlane where I kind of broke down some of their bullshit, and I plan to do more of that.
Swearing on the live stream?
I don't really swear in my videos, do I? What do you guys feel about that? Like, if I swore in a video, would you be put off? Would you be, like, freaked out?
I don't think it can be used in schools as often.
I am specific about why I don't swear in videos, and it's because exactly like one of those comments, being shown in classrooms and stuff. Like, I want my content to be seen by as many people as possible. And as soon as you start swearing and you start, you know, throwing out them slanderous slurs and such,
I have no problems with actual swear words if they're used in emphasis ways.
Yeah.
But yes.
Yeah, we're not like super.
I'm not swear shaming you.
Yeah,
That's fine.
You're not. But yeah, anyway, we'll get back to your questions here. Who is your favorite hero from both Marvel and DC? This is going to be hugely disappointing. I don't even know the difference.
Between Marvel and DC.
I couldn't tell you.
We're nerds, but we're not those kind of nerds.
Yeah, I don't know. But just like, I don't know which ones are which, but I like Deadpool.
Deadpool, yes.
Deadpool's great. I liked the Hulk, but just because he's
Black
big.
Panther, because
Black
representation
Panther?
of people who are like non-white. Also, not a lot of female superheroes who aren't super sexualized. So when we see more people, I mean, there's like Catwoman. Again, I don't really know that many.
Yeah, we're really
but
bad at this.
even from seeing them, overly sexualized, and not that many. There's a lot of tokenism happening. So I'm gonna go back to quickly doing the dinner thing because I'm an independent woman, not because Levi told me to.
Oh my god, that was so dumb.
It's true.
Yes, you guys need to do a lot of lives. Honestly, this live stream was more stressful than me putting out an actual video because like I couldn't.
He was so nervous. Guys.
I couldn't figure out if the stream was working. I like put the thing through, and then suddenly like people are coming on as viewers, and then I did get the thing figured out, and then nobody was there, and so like. It's been a whole thing. Maybe we'll do more, but we'll have to see. Ever thinking about selling your own eco-friendly products and items? No. I cannot stand shipping stuff. There was, like a while ago, I did a video about junk mail, and I made these stickers that people could put on their mailboxes to not get junk mail anymore. And the process, I gave away like 10 stickers. And the process of packaging and mailing those stickers was the least enjoyable part of my month. So I won't be doing that. Also, it's really hard. Designing products or selling products, it's really tough. It's a tough, scrutinous game. There's not a lot of profit in it from like an economic standpoint. So I would have to commit a lot of my life to it, and I'm really just not interested in doing that right
Other companies do well.
I
think there needs to be a Matt Diavella, Levi Hildebrand collab, which means I could meet Matt Diavella.
Yeah, you know what? I reached out to Matt right around 800,000 subscribers, and I made a video in which I like directly like kind of shout him out a little bit, and he saw it. He commented on the video, and he was like, "Hey man, this was awesome." And I responded to that, and I just said, "Hey man, I'm gonna be in LA at some point in the next year. I'd love to hook up." He never responded. Fair enough. The guy now has 2 million subscribers.
He's a busy guy.
He's everywhere. So I don't expect it. But
there was one question.
Crossed.
What do you think of the ultimate commitment of not having kids because of their carbon footprint?
Whoa.
I mean, and do you consider yourselves feminists? Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, we're woke.
Absolutely.
We're woke feminists. I mean, the feminist name is like the environmentalist name. It has a lot of connotations.
It's a lot better. Plus, it's first wave, second wave. There's all sorts of different things. But I will say, in terms of like kids, I think it's something that Levi and I have talked a lot about, and this is just purely a me thing, is that I really want to have the experience of having a child with Levi. That'd be nice. We want to just so you know.
Who else?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe people would ask. But anyway, we would have a child together, but we're also thinking about adopting a second child. So that's something that we're thinking of doing, of having a blended family. But there are a few things in a few years that have to happen first. I mean, if people are willing to do that, and more and more it needs to become normal, people like not having kids because they actually don't want to have kids and not be like shamed for that, because having a kid isn't, or like getting married isn't like the penultimate thing to do as a human being.
No,
There's a lot of other things you can do that are very worthwhile.
So we want to have kids. We're really not ready right now.
No.
But yeah, that's the plan. And hopefully when we do, we can kind of use it as an opportunity to sort of share our values in such a way that is better or different.
So I'm just looking at the Annie about how do you guys deal with Christmas presents for children in your family. So we have a niece and two nephews, and our nephews, we got these clean canteen water bottle things.
Wait, the question is how do you deal with Christmas presents for children in your family? Because they always want stuff. And the answer for us right now is we give them something that's environmentally focused. So this year we gave our nephews 2 little portable drink cups that are from Clean Canteen. They're cute and dumb looking, and they'll probably use them for a long time. Yeah,
what we do for our niece and our nephews is we give them money for their RESP.
Yeah.
Because I'm a firm believer in education and travel, as long as they spend that money. Plus, they're also like 1, 2, and 3 years old.
Yeah, they don't care. Like I think really until a kid is like 10, they're not going to remember the gifts that you gave them. No. There's very, very few instances where your gift is actually going to be the thing that they want. I think across the board, I'm very pessimistic when it comes to gift giving. I think we should all just stop giving each other presents unless it's like, I'm giving Leah a present because I know exactly what she wants, and she's giving me a present because she knows exactly what I want. Like, giving the gifts of experiences should always be the way to go. I don't know why we're so obsessed with getting
experiences,
stuff.
Somebody asked a while ago about the most like eco-friendly and sustainable underwear. Normally for Levi's birthday, I get him a pair of Patagonia boxer briefs.
Yeah.
That's what he gets, because he will never buy underwear for himself. He still has pairs from well before we got together. So my job is to, not my job, but I like to replace them eventually and add new things to them.
Leah throws out my underwear. That's where we're
I just tear it and then we use it as rags because I'm like, this is all that it's good for.
Yeah, and it's not even good for that.
No.
This is amazing, guys. How can I support your channel? I don't see the join button. I have a Patreon. If you want to follow me on Patreon, I have like a secret podcast on there where I do kind of a feedback like this with the people who support me over there. And your questions are directly tied to the platform. So I get all the questions, I answer all the questions, and then I give updates and behind the scenes. Like, we have some really exciting announcements that are coming up, and they've been exclusively released on Patreon. So if you are interested in supporting the channel and you want to do more, Patreon is where you do it. And it's linked in the description of this video, I'm pretty sure.
I think you can be woke but not attach yourself to an identity. Like, feminism is often very aggressive, kind of like how you guys are not kind of vegan. Yeah, Sunny, I think that's good.
Yeah.
I think definitely what's unfortunate is that a lot of people who think that like feminism or vegan are like dirty or like bad words, you're not gonna, again, not that we're here to like change people, tell them that they need to change their lives, but you're not gonna win people over on that.
No.
So you if people don't prescribe to that specific thing and they don't label themselves like that, that's fine. You know? I'm definitely a feminist, and I'm willing to have that conversation with someone about why they don't. I've had a lot of people be like, I'm a humanist. I'm like, well, we're not looking at systemic and institutional ways in which like gender-based politics have disadvantaged like women throughout history. So
Woo!
that's just it. But then there's intersectional feminism. We need to talk about racism. We need to talk about, like people who are transgender. We talk about so many different things. I should just start a podcast.
Yeah, as you can tell, Leah is very, very well informed in this area. If you are interested in learning a little bit about this, you should follow her on Instagram. I keep telling her that she should develop her Instagram and her Twitter. Leah's on Instagram and on Twitter.
Twitter, I share like more like political, educational things that I'm doing. Yeah. I'm still new to it, so it's kind of scary.
Levi, what is your day job, or do you only do YouTube? So I have no job.
He has two jobs. YouTube.
We make YouTube videos, and then I also manage a production company called One Island Media.
Him and his business partner.
Yep, and that production company is dedicated to communicating scientific research, particularly within academic institutions. So we work really closely with the University of Victoria and Royal Roads University, Vancouver Island University, and the whole purpose of the thing is to help scientists communicate the research that is going to take us into the future to the rest of the world.
But not even scientists. Like, One Island Media has helped me in sharing the work that I'm doing.
Yep.
But it's basically about how do we share the important work that a lot of researchers and academics are doing, but so often it reaches such a small audience. So how do you share it in an aesthetically beautiful way that people will actually, like, engage with? And it's like my dissertation, it's already 230 pages, and like no one's going to read that. But I have a 3-minute video about my research. Way more people are going to watch that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have a production company that's essentially doing like the more nerdy, very academic, like corporation and business side aspect of this, and the YouTube channel is like for everybody else. It's for the public. So hopefully that answers your question. I work with my local city and low income area, and I was wondering if you guys had any eco-friendly ideas that I could bring to my city council members. Whoa.
In Victoria, we did the whole, like, ban the bag of, like, banning plastic grocery bags. And they have paper bags or they have reusable bags. So that's something that, like, was it PEI? They took the exact, like, policy and legislature that the municipality here in Victoria used, and they took it word for word and put it as a part of their, like, entire thing. So I don't know if you're looking at, like, policy change.
You could do something like Car Free Day.
Car Free Day
is actually a non-profit organization. If you go to Car Free Day and say, "Hey, I want to do this in my city," they'll provide you with the resources and like the strategy and the planning rubric that they use to get it implemented, and then you can host basically like a festival for people to
or even doing like beach cleanups or like park cleanups or things like that. That can be a really fun way, because then you're just engaging with people on, like, they're giving back to their community in a way that doesn't cost them anything other than their time.
Yeah.
And then you provide, like, snacks, and you can ask people to bring their own containers or cups or whatever, and then buy things that way. Oh, I'm hearing things making noises.
Wow, guys, this is great. Honestly, just like stepping back for a minute, this is awesome. Like, you have so many good questions. They're all so relevant, so topical, so interesting. We'd love to be answering all of them, but like, there's obviously a lot, and we're only two humans with two faces that have holes to speak words with. What do you guys think of Greta Thunberg?
Greta is amazing.
She's great. I think that she has fallen victim to the social media tornado. She had a great idea. She's a passionate person, and the internet and the world has made an icon out of her. And
I don't think that's not what she was going for
No.
at all. But you know what? It's people like that who end up in leadership roles, and really she's proven again and again that she
Yeah.
is a wonderful leader. She's very like passionate and well spoken, and especially for a young person to own that. Too
Yeah.
often we hear the voices of older folks, and I'm not being ageist because I spend a lot of time with older folks, but we don't listen to our young people because they're the ones who are inheriting the earth.
I think she's great. Yeah, people. She gets a lot of hate for some weird reason, but it's awesome. She deserves all of the support she can get. So, wow, they read mine. Yeah, you're that's it. You get it. Bam.
Yay.
Shout out from New Zealand. Oh,
I
God.
love New Zealand. New Zealand is wonderful. Tell Levi how wonderful it is. It's beautiful. I've been all over both islands. Beautiful.
Okay, can somebody just comment another country so we can not talk
Yeah.
about I'm like, I have no hate for New Zealand,
Yeah,
but you
why?
talk
You've
about
heard
it
it
so
say.
much that I just like, I'm like, oh my God.
Also, Maynard Milner, what is sustainable alternative to floss sticks? They have sustainable floss now that's compostable and biodegradable. And I'm pretty sure we saw one that's like a metal thing that you know, like those floss sticks that have like the this
Yeah.
and the this thing, that you can just replace this bit, so you're using even less floss.
Yeah.
So you get a reusable stick for it, but then you also use your compostable floss.
We don't have that yet. We're the weird thing is like, how do you guys feel about this? So I want to ask this because this is something that I struggle with, is like me reviewing products and showcasing cool new initiatives in the world that are more sustainable, but realistically, like, not needing them myself. Like, we had this conversation about the electric skateboard. Like, I don't need an electric skateboard. It would be helpful. It would be useful. I would probably get use out of it, but I don't need it, you know? And other things, like the flossing thing, like, we don't need that, you know? I don't need to go out and buy that kind of floss right now, but
until we use what we have.
it might be good to sort of have that to show you guys that this is an alternative that you can try.
I think the main point is we've been slowly replacing things in our lives when we run out of the thing we had before. Like, we don't have like bamboo toothbrushes right now because we have toothbrushes that were like given to us that are plastic, which is unfortunate, but we also keep them for like cleaning and stuff.
Yeah, so I don't know. What do you think of that? Do you think it's okay for me as an influencer to get a whole bunch of stuff and just like use that stuff for the purpose of making a video to show you about it? Yeah. Or is that sort of like a conflict? I don't know.
That can be hard. Kaden was talking about minimalist and environmentally friendly back to school video, and see lots of high school / university students paying attention. About like back to school supplies and things like that.
I don't know if I'm going to be making a video about that right now, obviously.
Well, back to school would want to be like August.
I'd be interested to do something about back to school. I have a lot of opinions about university. So it would be interesting to talk about that. So maybe minimalism, you know, and environmentally friendly back to school video. Maybe it'll happen. Wow. Leah York. There's somebody named Leah.
Oh, cool.
How do you offset the emissions from travel? I've read about carbon offset programs, but I don't know how they work. Man, Leah, I feel the same way. Sorry,
what did Leah say?
She's just asking how we offset our travel and stuff.
Oh my God.
So what I do every year is I basically calculate the flights that I have using a website called TerraPass. I use TerraPass just because that's the one that was popular when I first researched this like a year ago or so. Maybe there's like better ones out there. I don't actually know. So that's how we do it. It's not apples to oranges. It's a very fragmented, not super efficient way of doing this kind of thing, but it's better than nothing. And that's what we do, because we still need to travel. We still go around to visit our family, to go places for work. So yeah, that's what we do. It's not the best, but that's what you got to do.
I really like what Kat Lee is saying. Bye, Lexi. About striving for zero waste is great, but it often is unattainable based on location. That's income. We are putting the burden on consumers to make change when this is the society we were born in. Yes, thoughts.
Way to go,
need
Kat
to
Lee.
start creating like policy and institutional and systemic change, because we so often focus just on the individual, and we know that that's not how change is going to happen. But really, I do a lot of researched and have thought a lot about policy and social change. How do we create effective social change? And a lot of that comes from groundswell, community, grassroots activism, and people saying, this is what we want, and we call out our governments, and we call out our institutions.
Like your schools, your workplace.
And you say, this is what we want, and this is what we demand. And so it's hard. But I feel like, especially, connecting online is an easy way to get in contact with people who are in a similar mindset and creating those conversations to actually create change. Yeah, it's way too focused on the individual and just their buying power.
But realize that every single day that somebody is telling regular people that they need to go zero waste, that they're actually saying is, we need to change the system, and the only way that individual people can change the system is by exercising their own actions. If you don't do it, the companies that provide those products aren't going to change. It's only by demanding plant-based products that Beyond Meat ever existed. You know, so it's an unfortunate, slow, progressive movement of a lot of people demanding a certain thing.
What does Scott Cook say? Why does good change take so long?
Yeah.
Oh, Scott Cook.
It's amazing.
Oh, it does take a while, but
holy smoking doodles. We're up in here.
Oh God.
There should be
buy it for life kind of product. Yeah.
Thrift shopping is awesome.
Is shopping disgusting? No. I think you can get skin diseases. At all thrift shops, they wash their clothing before it even comes onto the rack. And then normally I'll wash it again when I get home. Normally because it sounds really petty, but I like to wash it, but I also like it to smell like us and not the store.
Totally.
But totally. They use intensive, especially at Value Village. I think smaller local places are better than Value Village.
Yep.
But places like that, you can smell the detergent that they have used to wash their things.
Yeah, it's super gross.
This is a secondhand top and pants.
I'm actually not wearing anything.
You're wearing secondhand pants. These are secondhand pants.
Yeah. I'm
also secondhand jeans. Oh well, here, secondhand jeans.
Bam! Check that out. These are my secondhand Levi's. These are my formal pants. I bought these because I needed something that was a little bit more professional looking, I guess. So Levi's yet again. I always buy Levi's for some reason, not anything to do with my name, I'm sure.
The company itself isn't great, but secondhand Levi's.
Yeah, secondhand Levi's are better than, I guess, something else.
I guess I'm a teacher who's currently struggling to reduce paper waste. Yes, my gosh, in schools. Unfortunately, I work in a lower income area, so using tech isn't always available or accessible. Any tips? I guess as a teacher, maybe what you can do is in terms of assignments and see what you can work in terms of the curriculum, in terms of can it be a class presentation or a creative collaborative project where you can draw something on the board and take a photo of it or something like that instead of having a paper thing that you're constantly handing in. I think teachers are the gateway to how we open these conversations. You spend so much time with children and helping form their minds that
seriously,
hats off to you. Both of our mothers are educators, and I cannot say enough for the work that you do.
Yeah, so my mom was a teacher.
She is a teacher.
Or is a teacher. My grandma was a teacher. My grandfather was a teacher. And Leah's mom is a teacher as well.
I would say almost every woman in my family is a teacher or has been a teacher at some point. And the men. My grandpa used to be the superintendent of BC.
Yeah, so we
come a family of educators.
Yeah, we are the product of many, many teachers. So we got a lot of love for them.
Totally.
Holy smokes, obviously not. Yeah, you're right. I wanted to show my butt.
Yeah,
I wanted to show my butt. You got me.
That's true.
You got me.
Yeah.
I'm showing my butt to a lot more people than that, to be fair.
Goat print. I saw you on the street once, didn't know what today, so I just said, hi. You look confused, but then understood. You can come say hi to us. That's fine. We're usually nice people.
Yeah, go. You always say hi. Always say hi. We love saying hi to people.
Yeah.
Education is in your blood. Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
We are from the House Targaryen, and education is in our blood. Oh, you should do a video about coffee options, all the paper cup throwaway Nespresso users out there. Holy Matthew.
Nespresso.
Matthew, look into my eyes. Look into my eyes, Matthew.
Sorry.
I'm doing it. We're gonna do it.
It's cool.
We're making the whole thing happen. I have a video plan about the coffee pods because Nespresso has this whole thing on right now, how they like recycle all their pods, which is
Sure.
anything but a great option. And I have a whole other video about disposable cups, and I'm trying to partner with Clean Canteen, which is the creator of this water bottle, to sponsor that video so that we can hook some of y'all's up. So we'll see if that manifests.
That'd be great.
But there's some exciting things coming down the pipeline that are coffee related. Great comment. Hey guys, do you think the plastic pollution in the U.S. should be banned anytime soon? Is there a way to convince big brand companies to switch their packaging materials away from plastic? Yes, don't buy plastic. The only way to avoid plastic is to buy things that don't depend on it. The ways that we can disrupt this production line is to buy things that don't exist within it. So that's the best policy that we have so far. I know that's not easy, but it's the best that you can do at this point. There are mouthwash tabs. Excellent observation.
There are. They have some at Lush too. Mouthwash tabs, and they have like a jelly now.
I should be a YouTuber.
Sure, Matthew. Why the heck not?
I just love it.
Do it.
Okay, guys, we got a few more minutes left.
Do you think that the world as a whole should focus on new energy resources such as nuclear fusion? Such a change could actually be planet saving. Nuclear fusion. I'm sorry. I like the idea of like using multiple different sustainable energy resources, because we've become so dependent on oil that we need to find like ladder solutions to get us.
So this is my way of perspective of looking at it. So right now we have an entire system, an entire world that's propped up on fossil fuels.
Yeah.
It's not the fossil fuels are the worst thing in the world. They're really handy in very specific ways. But the problem is we only have one. If we had a diversified energy spectrum, we wouldn't be having this issue around carbon. It would not be a problem if we just had more of everything else. So this whole, like, we got to decarbonize the economy and, like, get over to renewables. It's like, yes, we do. But that's not going to mean that we're going to eliminate all fossil fuels immediately and forever. It means that we need to diversify. Diversification is what we need to do. And big business hates that because they make smaller money. And big business likes big money, and that's the root of all of our problems.
Jeremy Smith, how old are you guys? How do you think the various environmental problems will affect you? We're both 27, which is great. We only get to say that for 2 months of the year because I'm a little bit older. But we're 27, and it definitely will affect us. It already has affected us in terms of how we live our lives, how we talk about the environment. The way that we talk about the environment is not how we talked about it when we were growing up.
The unfortunate, realistic, honest opinion is that climate change is going to affect us less than it's going to affect a lot of people. And
the way that is I mean, one of my friends is doing an entire PhD on climate refugees and how that is becoming more and more, is that people can't live in the places where they have lived all their lives because of how the climate is changing so rapidly. And unfortunately, the way that our society is built, it's people who are middle and upper class and have access to resources and whatever. Like, they won't be affected as much because they have the, like, money or power to be able to, like, move and avoid it. So
that's the reality.
Climate change will affect us all, but not equally. And you could say that about just about anything about the world, and that is unfortunate. It's something that we need to work on doing better. We need to create a more equitable society for everyone. And I use the word equity very deliberately instead of equality. I can talk about it a different time.
Yeah. Follow Leah on Twitter if you want more rants.
Yeah.
Tips for somebody moving to Victoria? Not really. Live downtown if you get the chance. It's a better place to be at.
It's great. Victoria is just wonderful.
Thank you for your work, and do more of these live streams. Love y'all. Love y'all too. Thanks for that. Hey, I'm from Ottawa too. Sick. Look at that. A couple of Ottawawians. this has been super fun. Unfortunately, we have a dinner engagement to go to.
Yeah,
right
but I do
after
like
this.
this. So you guys grow your own vegetables. Yes, we are trying.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
have a community garden and our garden on our patio.
We suck at gardening.
We don't suck at gardening. We are learning. We are aspiring gardeners. If you follow my Instagram, I'm an aspiring gardener. I'm trying. We grew our own carrots this year. We're growing kale right now. We're growing garlic. It's hard. It's hard to.
We're getting there though.
It's happening.
We're practicing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I loved this. This was great.
Was so good.
Thank you so much for tuning in. If you tuned in, we are going to have new videos coming out as of the first week of January. And we're going to be right back to a weekly upload schedule, so look forward to that. And enjoy your holidays, whatever your holidays look like, however those happen to be. And we're going to see you then. In the meantime, go down into the description of this video. Follow me on Instagram and on Twitter and on Facebook, whatever it is that you use the most, because that's where you're going to get to see all kinds of weird updates about my life. And Leah and I's adventures up in northern BC. We're going to hike around in the snow. We're going to eat lots of good food. We're going to hang out with my parents. So if you want
And my parents. They're coming to, they're coming to Levi's parents' house.
The parents are converging. So if you want to see any of that stuff, follow me on social media, because that's where you get to see all of those updates. It's going to be hilarious. But yeah, thank you so much. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye, friends.
Happy holidays.
We'll see you soon. Bye.